My people, they say don't read though. One of our brother don't come outside. They come blast the leadership of Ipob. Come talk say why be say na Chowere go dey call for massive protest because of the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What are they doing? That since the court have discharged and acquit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why can't them stand their ground and move a motion that everybody should match? They move whether you are autopilot or you believe on whatever you believe. At this moment, let us fight for the freedom of this of our leaders where they don't catch. No be small thing. I go play the videos. May you hear so many things where you talk for this video and drop your own opinion for inside comment section. Stay tuned.
All right, dear friends, good morning from here. I've been seeing this whole thing flying on social media, which I'm not really happy about Chowere calling out the southeastern governors to come and let them march to Abuja for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not really comfortable with that, because truth be told, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime known to the four walls of the Nigerian laws. There is no crime he has committed. Now you see that at the end of the day, Igbos are the one being used for political gain. You went as far as Kenya to kidnap this man. You came back trying him for over 5 years now. You have not gotten evidences against him. There is nothing you have gotten against him to nail him down. Yet, the bandits, the terrorists, are giving you conditions on your negotiation with them for peace deals in Nigeria. What does that tell you? And when we say we want to go, all of you will come here and start shouting, making noise. It's not as if I don't like what Chowere is doing, but I think this is just political. Chowere is trying to use Nnamdi Kanu to climb, because you, Biafran, don't know what to do. Biafrans you don't know what to do. A Yoruba man is are you people not ashamed of yourself? A Yoruba man is coming to address you on how you are going to go and meet the drug lord in Abuja for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. A drug lord. And why bandits and terrorists are moving freely in that same contraction called Nigeria. And Chowere is not talking about the complete lockdown of Nigeria for the insecurity and terrorist activities in Zamfara state to be tackled. Why is he talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Can you see that you people are foolish? The same governors that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down, the same governors that are making sure that Nnamdi Kanu does not come out, are the same people you are going to call for this movement. Are you people okay? And everybody is sitting down, clapping for Chowere, Chowere is using your brain. Hey, Yoruba man is using your brain. How do you think that the southeastern governors will go to that place and demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when they have ships that carries oil for them outside the country, crude oil for them? How do you think that all these crazy selfish people that have oil wells that come to milk our mineral resources and sell it to the western world are going to listen to you, the southeastern governors? Are you people well at all? Are you people well? They are there destroying your businesses, burning down your shops, degrading you, making you look like you are a nobody. Now you are here talking about going to Abuja to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, if I say they shame you, by now, Nigeria will win. Look at what Chowere is doing. This is just pure political. You could see it. Very soon now, they say, he's the one that released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has defeated Nigerian government in their own courts, defeated them in international courts, and they refuse to release him. And now somebody from a Yoruba land is going to plead for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Are you people not dumb in the head? When December no kita efufa Kalisia Odogu na London, chairman Ezego na Dubai, Ojo Bachogwego one of China. That is what you'll be seeing everywhere in the east. Manuganda Ebelugo na Mbobu now. Futazia no keme iwa wa idu ndibu. Everybody now do as. Why you people so? In fact, I pity people that is fighting for you. Dr. Obazo Arabweze now has declared the independent state of Biafra. None of you can support her. None of you is even here to support. Chowere is one fighting for our own leader now. Where is that woman called Bianca Olowu that used to say, if it's not the activities of Simon Eber, Nnamdi Kanu would have been released. I've been speaking to the president. Where is she today? Where is that Bianco Olowu today? All of them has collected money and ran away. Left Nnamdi Kanu and now make sure that Simon Ekpa is jailed so that nobody will speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again. Are you people not understanding it now? Are you people not understanding it now? I don't know how you people reason, but this is what I'm trying to make you people to understand. Nnamdi Kanu will come out like Mazi Simon Ekpa said in a heroic way. It doesn't matter what they do. I am not here to sugarcoat words. You see, Tinubu, all this your madness. You know you're a very ruthless politician. We all know that. You're a very ruthless man. You're a criminal. A very ruthless man indeed. You're a tyrant. So we all know who you are. But you see all this nonsense you people are doing will bring you people to your knees very soon. And I want to use this opportunity to tell Soludo that you see all this nonsense you are doing about Anambra State election. Go and bring the best of your what is it called, your military. We are waiting for them. All those people, all those suppression will do gachi, man pass man, Onyenka, let them come out that day. And I want to tell the civilians, there is no movement on the 8th of November 2025. No movement in the whole of Biafran land, or rather in Anambra State first. No movement. It is military on this. By we want to really show you people what we are made of. We want to show you because you see we have talked for so many months, so many days. Now we need to show you people a little bit of our insanity. So there will not be any on the 4th of November. It is the day that the United States in Omambara is going to be having their very first election. And after that, on the 8th, the zoo want to conduct election in Biafran land. That is where we'll wait for you. If your daughter is going for this INEC thing to come, please advise them that they shouldn't come close. No civilians. We don't want to see any civilian outside on that day. We want to see the military of Soludo. We want to see your military. This time around, we'll let you know how determined we are to live. We'll show you what governance is all about. We'll show you what leadership is all about. It's not this nonsense people are doing in Nigeria. I want to tell Biafran as well that we have already gotten Biafra. Biafra has been redeclared. Go and get your ID card. For those of you that are in abroad, the people in diaspora, you need to contact a mouthpiece of the gods to go and get your ID card. That is the first delegitimizing the country that is in our soil. That is the first step. All of you should go and get it before we now come to the homeland. Then after that, you will understand how twisted we are. You will understand. Musa, it doesn't matter what you are planning that day. Bring the best team. Bring your best team. It does not. You see the Inspector General of Police, we have been wanting you people to leave our land. Bring your best police that day. On that 8th, bring them. Let them come with every sophisticated armor tankers. Let them come. You see that on Anambra State election. That is where you will know that Biafra has been redeclared. You see this flag of Biafra that was risen on the 29th of November 2024 by Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. To God, it can never come down. And any Nigerian military in our land on that day. I want you to understand that if you come to our land on the 8th, as a military, as a terrorist Nigerian army on uniform, you'll be buried there. I'm telling you the truth. I don't want to speak much, but on that 8th, let us see what is going to happen. Oh, so many people will say, "Oh, don't worry, this is how they talk." We're going to take the bull by the horn ourselves. Nobody's coming for our rescue. We understand that right now. We have known that. That is why the Nigerian government. You people, I don't know. How do you people reason? You don't know. I don't know how you reason. They removed Simon Ekpa because of your mineral resources, because of what they are getting in your land, and Igbos everywhere in the world. I said, hey, yes, we know that Simon is a terrorist. Terrorizing who? Who was Simon terrorizing in the southeast? They negotiated your gas. They negotiated your crude oil. Finland. They negotiated your uranium, your gas, your natural resources for the removal of Simon Ekpa. That is the only crime he has committed. Nnamdi Kanu's crime is that he wants me to be a free man. He wants me to understand what I don't understand, to have those things that is in abroad. He wants my children to live a good life. That is his offense. And all of you are going around, Pass Margaret. Oh, I am chief this one. I am job as a one of so place. That is what you people know how to do best. Your freedom, you don't know nothing about it. You think we are here. You think I am happy coming here to talk to Biafrans every day. You think it's easy? Most of you are hiding. You are hiding because of your properties in Lagos. But they are even destroying already. And let me warn this, please. I want to warn somebody here. You are my cousin. Because stop telling me to come and buy land in Lagos State. Stop calling me for land. Anybody that is related to me that calls me to come and buy land in Lagos, in Abuja, may thunder that does not have direction visit you and your house. May you not live to see the next day. Stop calling me to come and buy a house in these places, please. Apparently, I don't even have money to buy a house. Why are you even disturbing me? Lagos and land come out from here. Look at how they are destroying. Are you people blind? Now they are chasing you people away from Lagos State, from Nigeria. Please, let this be the first and last. I don't want to call your name. So please, none of you should advertise anything to me about land. I don't have money to buy land. Please, I don't. So that's what we're telling you people. You don't understand all these things. Let us go home. We have people like Obi Kubana, E-Money, all these people. They are just doing as if they are not seeing what is happening. Man, that your money will not be needed again. Like Simon Eber will always tell you. That your money will not be needed. You will be begging to invest. They will tell you there's no chance again. So Biafrans, please let us do the needful. Those of our brothers that are in the southeast, I want you to understand that the ID cards, the way this lady said it yesterday, that I'm trying to get this. Okay, that the ID card, yeah, is going to be coming up very soon. So they want to finish the one from here. Then we'll now face you guys. So again, the reason why our military, those guys, are not acting, didn't act that time. Most of you know. So don't blame them for now. Was because Ogekere asked them to stop. Ogechukwu Nkere. You know go better for you. You know go better for you. This is the way you do Biafrans. You know go better for you. So please, we know say now we need you to act. Since when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they turn them upside down, none of you agree talk. So Oge, you know what you did to yourself. You know what you did to the Biafrans. Don't worry. Time shall. And that time it will take. It will take time. But all of you will go to jail. Believe you me. So on this note, Biafrans, I want you guys to know that this is Friday. Have a very good weekend ahead. Okay? Thank you. I'll see you some other time. I want to use this opportunity to advise the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This thing is becoming a child's play. Every day they will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. They will make jest of him. Oh, look, nobody is standing for you. You can see all your IPOB members have got. So are you going to drop Biafra? Bro, Maxwell Okpara, we are tired of this, all this back and forth. We are tired of it. So what they are doing is to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, to break Biafrans that your leader is sick, your leader is spying, is going. So nobody is fighting for you. Can't you see that you are all alone? Even my son knows that already. So Alaya Ejimako, all of you should stop going to that court. We Biafran ask you to stop bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to that court. Let anything happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. We told you that we have our own method of bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. We are not going to beg Nigerian government to do the right thing, because we know that Nigerian government does not obey the rule of law. They don't. The only rule of law that the Nigerian government obeys is bullet and gun, and that is it. And that is why they took away Simon Ekpanjoku. The other day, I saw Benjamin Umadubu ranting, sitting in his parlor. I don't know where he was seated. telling the world that Simon is not an IPOB member. Can you see how illiterate-minded you are? Benjamin Nnamdi. You are saying Mazi Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member. Can you see that you are illiterate? You don't even have brain to think for yourself. What is the meaning of IPOB? The indigenous people of Biafra. So Simon Ekpa is a Yoruba man fighting an Igbo man. Or Simon Ekpa is a Finland citizen, and then he was born in Finland. He's not an Igbo man, and is fighting the indigenous people of Biafra. Is that what you're saying? Can you see how... you know this thing that Simon used to say, Normandic? That is who these people are. They don't have brain to think for themselves. Come in, well, hey, it's IPOB. He's not an IPOB. Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB. Do something different from what Simon Ekpa is doing so that the Nigerian government will pay attention to you by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a no where they make gada. Tell me that the Nigerian government has not paid you people. Benjamin Nnamdi coming to tell IPOB, now you have mouth because Simon is no more in the scene. People that could not talk when Simon was speaking. People that could not come to even on their camera to challenge Simon Ekpa. Because Simon is no more here. And you people are talking from the both sides of your mouth. You have the confidence now to talk. Benjamin Nnamdi. I saw you were ranting. Yeah. Anybody that sees you the way you were talking knows that you are a nobody. Nobody knows you. You are just trying to be relevant. And we are not going to give you that relevancy. Because nobody is seeing your video. They know all of you are all thieves, criminals. And Nnamdi Orama, I want to warn you. Stop misleading our Biafran brothers and sisters. Stop misleading them. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not say, don't say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. Because you're trying to lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that there is no sit at home. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he doesn't recognize the USB. There's something wrong with you, Nnamdi Orama. Lazuba. We know you are not an Igbo woman, so there is no need of you deceiving Biafrans. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu likes, let him tell Maxwell to his face. Let him come now within that court, that confined space of court, and tell Maxwell that we should stop sit at home, not on this earth we will stop it. We can never. Let him go to London. Let him go to Germany or United States of America and give that order. He can't give that order in DSSS London and we'll listen to him. He can't. So, Nnamdi Orama, you came too late. You don't know what you're doing. You came too late. There is no order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gives from DSSS dungeon, from the court, that we are going to obey. No. We were taught very well. All of you are making noise now. You are making noise now. Where were you people when Simon was here defending an Igbo? Who is defending our brothers and sisters in the East today? Who are the people defending us? Nobody. Every day they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out and do one abracadabra and tell him, making him to feel irrelevant. You know, when they keep bringing him, Biafra, this is just a mind game that they're playing. When they keep bringing him, we get tired of seeing him. Any day we hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, we'll just, relax. They want to weaken our spirit by bringing him out. So, please, I am using this opportunity to ask Barrister Maxwell Okpara, Barrister Aloy Ojimako, please do not bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court again. Biafrans said they don't want to see him again. They want his release. We told you how corrupt Justice Omotoso is. I told you in my videos how corrupt he is. You think what we are saying or the informations we have are not genuine, are not correct. And yet, you people still do the same mistake, hoping that one day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released by the Nigerian state. You people are joking. You are joking. You don't know what is behind you. You don't know the plan against this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian state. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm sweating this morning. By the Nigerian state. You people don't know. So we are asking you, Barrister Maxwell Okpara, we don't want to see Simon Ekpa again. Nnamdi Kanu again. We don't want to see him again in court. If Nigerian government say they don't want to release him, they don't know anything about him, so be it. What will release him is coming. I'm telling you people that, you people are very daft. The Nigerian government are very daft. Tinubu is a very daft man. He's daft. He doesn't know what is coming. They lie to him. They tell him, oh, don't worry. We'll use this one to fight elections. Don't worry. We'll use him to campaign. Oh, don't worry. We'll use him. We'll use him. What will release him is coming. I'm telling you, we are not joking. You think whether I'm here shouting or I'm making noise, we are putting our plans in place to make sure that the needful is being done. We are not here trying to talk trash. You might see us as people who are talking trash. Biafra will stand. Biafra has come, and Biafra will defend it to the end. Dr. Ngozi Arabueze gave me that platform to speak today. You know why? Because she declared. Look at Madubugo coming to tell, who the hell are you, Madubugo? If I may ask. Go and ask Biafra Ono today. Does she have the mouth to face Biafra today? And you have the temerity, you think you have that impetus to come and talk to Biafra. Oh, Simon, who the hell are you? Say Simon. Illiterate. Simon is not an IPOB. Who the hell is an IPOB? An IPOB, what do you mean by IPOB? Do you even know the meaning of IPOB? You people are so dirty from the inside. And we're going to trash you people to the bin because that's where all of you belong. You think by making noise, calling Simon Ekpa a terrorist, because that's what you are in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria saying all this nonsense, so that you have more relevancy. Is it? Thank God for people like him that made the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu useless to the Nigerian government. You people that said, okay, you say you are an IPOB, which I know all the whole Biafra, everywhere in the world are IPOB. The meaning of IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. So all of us knew what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, what did you people do? IPOB. You see them talking, you will know that they don't have brain. They are not educated. They are uneducated people. They don't have brain. You think freedom fighting is for people that drink akam, people that are spare part sellers in Oshodi market? Okay, that's what you think. If you are Simon, you are a drunk. You are swimming in the pool of alcohol. You are a drunk. Madubugo. So you have this swag, and you could not bring it out when Simon was here. Who the hell were you guys? You are trying to be relevant because Simon is out. Who are you deceiving? Who do you think their friends are listening to you? Ndiohi, useless and hopeless non-entities. And we're going to sit down here to continue to fight all of you because you people are cowards. You think Biafrans are fools like you? You are paid by the Nigerian state to come and tell us that Simon, so that they will make rubbish, they will make mess of the redeclaration documents that Dr. Ngozi Arabueze has secured. Oh, you think we don't know? You people think we don't know that you are being paid by the Nigerian government? You know one thing about this Nigerian government I love so much. You know one thing about them? They know they hear until the last moment. They don't like to hear. You know when they were telling them Simon is a dangerous man, Simon will declare Biafra. They didn't see it coming. Yeah, they said that boy in Finland. That's leave him. Where do you have pass it? He doesn't. What the hell? He's a nobody. Just leave him. Leave Simon. He's a nobody. Nobody knows him. Until they started seeing the move of redeclaration. That is when they started running up and down. Last moment, but they came too late. They were too late because Simon has already staged, planned, and put everything in place for that redeclaration to happen. And remember, Simon said, even this redeclaration may happen before that second day of December. For those of you who follows our Prime Minister very well, they didn't see Dr. Arabueze coming. And Dr. Arabueze, Machalwa, Suofia, Igboa. That is their annoyance. Do you see Ima Powerful writing again? I thought he was the writer of Biafra. I thought this Ima Powerful was the people writing for Biafra, fighting for Biafra. Where is he today? Can you see how they shamelessly bow their head in shame today? Because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out in court, you guys saw how it's swollen, how millipedic he's moving because this guy is sick. None of them can stop because do you see Ima Powerful writing again? Ima Powerful has written that they won the Nigerian government without any action. Without any action. These are the people, these are the Efulefu we will be listening to. These are the Efulefu that we are going to be listening to. People like me, now Nolana, with all my education, with all my intellect, I will come and be listening to Madubugo or Ima Powerful. Knowing fully well that these people are pushing us to the river. Before I forget, let me go out of line now. I don't know when I will come to Nigeria to bow before Oba of Benin. I don't care if Oba of Benin, Oba Atokbeye, is it Atokbeye? I don't know. But I don't know the day, because that man did what I didn't expect that he could do. You know this drug lord's daughter, Tinubu? They feel that they have the power to control everything in Nigeria. That is their mentality anyway. The mentality of criminality that their father sold to them. Went to Benin. All of you have heard the story, so I'm not just saying it so that people and the Oba of Benin to crown Iyaloja, thinking the power belongs to them, so they can misuse it. These are people that were not cultured. They don't have respect for anybody. They thought Oba of Benin is just a nobody that they can, she can come and manipulate Oba of Benin. That one give them straight, bro. I'm respecting you, Oba. Anywhere you are, please. I just want to say thank you for disgracing her. If people like you are 10 in Nigeria, we will not be here shouting on top of our voices. You did well, sir. I don't care if you are a Biafran, I know you are a Biafran, but I don't care if you are supporting Biafran, sir. But for this one that you did, Oba, I'll bow before you. I don't bow before no man. I'll bow before you today. I thank you. They think they have this monopoly of, what they say is what will happen. Look at Tinubu's daughter, Sheyi Tinubu, going to meet with a terrorist negotiator. Going to meet with a terrorist negotiator in Nigeria. Nobody says anything about it. Everybody is fine with it. If it was Nnamdi Kanu that was sitting with Gumi, the way Tinubu's son sat with Gumi, I don't know what they were negotiating. The world would have heard it, that Igbos are all terrorists. But nobody is saying it because his father claims these are the people that should be called self-acclaimed presidents, because nobody voted for him. No Nigeria voted for Tinubu. Tinubu was randomly rejected in the whole Nigeria. He forced himself on you people, and that's why he cannot do anything, because he didn't win the seat. Tinubu's son, Sheyi Tinubu, is on the internet space. Maybe I'll put the listing on you see it. That Oba did well. You did well. Thank you very much, sir, for disgracing people like that. They think they have this, I don't know, when they have money, the thing enters their brain. Come to this country where I live, you will see billionaires driving bicycle. You will see multi-billionaires walking on the street with their dog. Nobody. Yes, they don't carry their shoulder up. If you tell them, oh, your dog looks nice, they'll say, oh, really? That's it. Oh, I just got it yesterday or some days ago, and the mother, they just start telling you story. Big man. Criminals. That is the country that Alexander Stubb went into bilateral agreement with. A man that has so many criminal records in America. Criminal records, plenty in America. Tinubu cannot, I keep telling you this thing, I'm not just singing it like a dumb, I'm saying it because he cannot try it. Tinubu cannot go to America today because of his criminal records. This is a man that sold drugs in America. And some people are comparing him with Pablo Escobar. Do you know that when I went to understudy how Pablo got unalived and what happened, I felt that America went too far by unaliving Pablo Escobar. They would have done what they would have arrested him and jailed him the way they jailed El Chapo. You know that Pablo Escobar, when he made all his money, people in his country, the poor people were being helped. He was building churches. He was, in fact, at a time, go and Google these things I'm telling you, he helped his country to come out of poverty. That's Pablo Escobar. So it was just like the Robin Hood. He will rob from the rich. He will sell his white powder, bring the money, and then use it to help the community. That his boys used to go and share money to the needy, to the poor, people that cannot cook, people that cannot afford. So Pablo Escobar was really doing good. Where government is lacking, yeah, where there is default from government, he will go there and fix it. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. They shouldn't have unalived him. He was a good guy. So anybody that knows who Tinubu is, you should stop comparing him with Pablo Escobar. Stop. Tinubu is a drug lord, a criminal. That's why he could release Al-Bakari that carried drug, because he knows that they are in the same category. People that carried such this thing, they are given 20, 15 years imprisonment. This one did not serve any sentence. They left him to go. That is a man that Alexander Stubb went into. Alexander Stubb, your country, you see, what you did to Biafrans, we will never forget it in a million years to come. You know, let me tell you people a short story before I round off. In this country, if you commit a crime, police arrest you, and then they collect your thumbprint, you cannot work in any civil organization again. You can never work in any corporate organization in this country. Maybe you punch someone, they will tag it as you are violent, so you can't work in any organization. That is, you can always drive truck, you can work in the construction industry, you can work as a cleaner, you can work, you know, a low profile places, that is where you're going to be working. You're going to be making your money, no doubt about that, but you're not going to work, you're not going to, the kind of job you're looking for, they're not going to give it to you. That is the man that Alexander Stubb knows all these things. He connived with him and jailed our prime minister because of our own mineral resources, which we're not going to get, because of your own mineral resources. And I ask you, Alexander Stubb, anybody that have criminal record in your country, do you allow that person to come close to you? Why do you people feel that we blacks are stupid in the head? That you know better than we do? But today, that whole thing that you people did in secret is now coming out. It's now coming out. The game changer for Biafrans in this whole game, in this whole matter, was that appeal. And when they heard that we are going to the higher court to contest the shenanigans that they did in their Shirad court, they started attacking us. If you go to court, we increase our money as jail time. And we are watching them. We knew that they're going to make mistakes. But now they started realizing what we are telling them. That you cannot serve Nigeria and remain the same. Alexander Stubb knows now, because we are hitting them back to back. We're not going to, most of you think we are here talking nonsense. Why didn't Alexander Stubb say, okay, the people, if they truly knew or know that they were fighting corruption, the people that filed this case, all of them should gather themselves and come to Finland to defend it. Why didn't he say that? They gave him people, they brought people, and then they jailed prime minister. Our own people, though, it's not that it's Nigeria. It is not Hausa or Yoruba that came to stand for Nigeria. It is the same Igbo. The same tribe that you are ascribed as a terrorist organization are the same people that stood that came to stand for Nigerian government. Why that? Because you know that they pay them. Have you seen the game that they're using us to play? so dumb in the head.
My people, no be small thing o. Una don hear am as e take talk am. Abeg drop your own opinion for inside comment section and share this video. E get why.